I'm Will Schavel,
My name is Nathan Brown.
And I'm Braxton George.
and for our CS final project, senior project, we're the Sorghum team, and we're developing an app called the Sorghum Yield app for iOS.
The problem we were given was that farmers in their sorghum fields, if they want some sort of data on how their fields are doing throughout the years, they have to count the pods on each stalk one by one, which is no fun. And then from there, they use that data, to get the total yield and stuff of their plots of land.
So with this Sorghum Yield app, the farmer can input their data, acreage, number of plants, whatever data applies to the app itself, and then it will generate a yield based on that data. So it is streamlining a process that would take, a couple weeks or even a month, and makes life easier on the sorghum farmers. And you can see we are on the login get started page. So with this, all of the credentials are stored in a Google Firebase. And if you have an email in the system already, it'll just ask for your password. But if you don't have an email in the system, it will ask for for first name, last name, password, and create an account. And then with that account, it'll record your crop data. So based on your credentials, it will track all of your crop data that you've ever inputted into the app. So now we'll just go to the get started. Okay, so this is the field data entry I kind of touched on that farmers can input. So you have your field name, you have the number of acres, and then there's a row spacing and plants in the 1,000th area. So basically this is just kind of starting the process for the sorghum application. And this is where the farmer inputs their unique data for their sorghum field.
Okay, so now in this section, we're preparing to upload photos of our sorghum stalk in order for our OpenCV, the software we're using to calculate the grains per stalk here. So right now, it's just going through on these images showing you the proper way. You need a square inch in the top left-hand corner in order for it to calculate accurately. It needs to be a white piece of paper, and you need to have your sorghum placed right about in the center, where the bottom is not cut off by the paper, as you see on the next image. It outlines it, and it'll outline the red square, and that's how you know everything worked properly. So yeah, so we can go into the upload page now. Here you can click on the photos button. You could also take a picture if you had your phone handy with you, but since we're doing on a simulator, we'll just pop it up, the photos that we have. So we'll open a piece of sorghum. If it accepts it, it'll be outlined in green, and it won't. Usually, if it won't accept it, it'll pop up and tell you it won't. But right now, it looks correct. It's outlined in green. The square inch in the top right-hand corner is outlined correctly, so we'll put it matches. And then we click next.
After it accepts the plant and you hit next, it brings you this page, which pretty much shows you all the information the farmers will want to know. It gives you the average plant area, and then using that, the algorithm gets the grain count per plant, and then which is also using the plants per acre that you put in the beginning of the process. And then there's more results down here, and you can actually change these depending on what you want for seeds per pound. And then once you're happy with your information, you can submit. And then this pretty much just, we want you to agree or disagree for the information to be sent to the Google Firebase where it's stored, and then you can go back and see your stuff. So agree. And then on this screen, it again gives you the estimate of the total yield. So for this specific one, it was 271 bushels, and then just some other good information stuff, and it pretty much done here. Click home, and it takes you back to the start. You can get started again and do more stocks.